Have you ever seen someone who thrives on excitement, adapts to any situation, and jumps headfirst into solving problems with energy and spontaneity? That's the ESTP creative doer. Bold, action-driven, and always looking for the fastest, most direct way to get results. Now contrast that with someone who is deeply introspective, strategic, and focused on the emotional and long-term implications of every decision. That's the INFJ. Thoughtful, visionary, and always searching for deeper meaning behind actions. Put these two in a critical thinking workshop, and you might think they're tackling entirely different problems. One is about doing, the other is about understanding. So do they collide, or do they create something neither could accomplish alone? Could it be that they define success in completely different ways? The ESTP believes in real-time problem solving, improvisation, and getting quick results. They don't dwell on abstract theories or philosophical debates. They want to act, test, and adjust as they go. To them, overthinking is a waste of time. If something needs fixing, they'd rather dive in and experiment than sit around analyzing possibilities. The INFJ, on the other hand, is all about depth, meaning, and planning. They see solutions not just in terms of what works now, but in terms of how it affects people and systems in the long run. If the ESTP asks, what's the fastest way to get this done? The INFJ asks, what's the most meaningful and impactful way to solve this? Now imagine them sitting across from each other, analyzing a problem statement. The ESTP immediately suggests a hands-on approach, eager to test out solutions in real time. They might take risks, break a few rules, and trust their instincts to guide them forward. Meanwhile, the INFJ is carefully observing, thinking through every angle, anticipating consequences, and crafting a vision for the best possible outcome. While the ESTP is already taking action, the INFJ is still considering whether the approach aligns with their deeper goals and values. One is focused on movement, the other on meaning. Isn't it obvious how this could lead to frustration? The ESTP might see the INFJ as too slow, too idealistic, and too caught up in abstract ideas that don't translate to real-world results. They might think, why are they overcomplicating things? Just do it. Meanwhile, the INFJ might see the ESTP as reckless, impatient, and unconcerned with the emotional or ethical implications of their actions. They might wonder, why are they acting without thinking things through? The ESTP sees the INFJ as too hesitant, while the INFJ sees the ESTP as too impulsive. But isn't the real power in what they can learn from each other? The INFJ helps the ESTP slow down and think about the bigger picture, showing them that not all problems can be solved by brute force or quick thinking alone. They introduce depth, strategy, and long-term vision into the ESTP's problem-solving approach. Meanwhile, the ESTP teaches the INFJ the value of action, helping them trust their instincts, take risks, and actually bring their visions to life, rather than just contemplating them. Without the INFJ, the ESTP might rush into decisions without fully considering their impact. Without the ESTP, the INFJ might overanalyze and never take the necessary steps forward. So do they clash, or do they create something powerful together? If they learn to trust each other's strengths, the ESTP brings energy, adaptability, and fearless execution, while the INFJ brings insight, depth, and a guiding vision. Separately, one risks being too reactive, while the other risks being too hesitant. But together, they create solutions that are both bold and meaningful, blending immediate action with long-term impact. Maybe the real challenge isn't in choosing between speed or depth. It's in learning how to merge the two for a solution that is both effective and transformative. Now, imagine an ESTP, creative doer, and an INFJ, romantic counselor, in a structured cognitive engagement model within a critical thinking workshop. The ESTP jumps into action immediately, eager to test solutions, take risks, and adapt on the fly. They believe in real-world experience over theoretical debate, preferring to learn by doing rather than discussing possibilities endlessly. Meanwhile, the INFJ takes a more thoughtful approach, carefully analyzing the deeper implications, ethics, and long-term impact of the problem before offering solutions. They prioritize vision, meaning, and alignment with their core values rather than just efficiency. They thrive on spontaneity and adaptability, keeping discussions energetic, fast-paced, and focused on practical, real-world applications. Their hands-on approach ensures that ideas don't get stuck in theory, but are actively tested and refined. Meanwhile, the INFJ approaches the problem through deep reflection, preferring to consider every perspective, hidden variable, and long-term consequence before moving forward. They believe that true solutions require emotional intelligence and strategic foresight, ensuring that decisions aren't made purely for short-term success, but for long-lasting impact. Rather than rushing to implement a solution, the INFJ questions its long-term meaning and ethical soundness, ensuring that what works now won't cause problems later. Their introspective nature helps the group see beyond the immediate challenge, making sure the solution aligns with a larger vision. While the ESTP seeks quick, hands-on execution, ensuring that ideas are tested immediately and iterated upon, the INFJ asks whether those actions are leading toward an outcome that truly matters. Their push for depth ensures that the solution is not just effective, but also purpose-driven. Frustration may arise. The ESTP may see the INFJ as too slow, hesitant, or overly philosophical, delaying action with big-picture concerns that seem impractical. Meanwhile, the INFJ may see the ESTP as too impulsive and reckless, acting without considering the deeper meaning or long-term consequences. However, their differences can be strengths, balancing action with strategy. The ESTP keeps things moving, preventing overanalysis, while the INFJ ensures that movement has intention and depth, preventing solutions from being short-sighted or emotionally disconnected. The ESTP provides boldness and adaptability, turning stagnant discussions into action. Their energy prevents the group from getting lost in endless debate, ensuring that solutions are tested in real-world conditions. Meanwhile, the INFJ challenges assumptions, ensuring that decisions aren't just made for the sake of speed, but for true impact. They bring insight and depth, reminding the group that some problems require careful thought rather than just trial and error. When structured cognitive engagement blends practical action with deeper vision, real innovation happens. The ESTP ensures follow-through, making sure that ideas don't remain theoretical, but become tangible results. At the same time, the INFJ ensures that what is followed through aligns with a higher purpose, preventing the group from prioritizing action at the expense of long-term success. Together, they balance spontaneity with wisdom, producing solutions that are both effective and meaningful. Rather than opposing forces, they create a powerful synergy, producing solutions that are both dynamic and deeply impactful. The ESTP brings energy, experimentation, and quick problem-solving, while the ENFJ brings strategy, depth, and emotional intelligence. When these two mindsets engage in structured cognitive engagement, they generate solutions that not only work in the present, but also stand the test of time, turning bold action into meaningful progress with both logic and heart.